In this video I'll be going over some of the upgrades that I've made to these figures here, and this is the Mcfarlane DC Multiverse Dark Knight Returns wave with the Build-A-Figure horse, which I have off to the side here. But I'm just going to go over customizations that I made on these figures and how I upgraded them, where I got some of the pieces from, and also giving my opinion on the figures themselves. So this is not going to be like a detailed traditional review. You can look that up and watch someone else's videos on that, but I'll go ahead and start with the worst figure of the wave, which is of course this Robin. I've never been a fan of this design of Robin. The design is dumb, the character is kind of annoying. Kind of unfortunate that you have the rest of the designs are really good and then you have this kind of crap thrown in there. But and also the ankle broke off, so now I can't even sell it. It's not going to go up for a good price, so this is actually garbage now. The only thing this is good for is making a custom Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory. Now the next figure I'm going to have to go with Joker. He doesn't have the original head sculpt on him. This is actually from the older DC Mattel Joker, Dark Knight Returns Joker. He also has the gun from that old figure too. It does look like he doesn't have a neck, or like he has a short neck, but that kind of adds to the image of the character. And the original head I have on the other body. So this is the head it came with. Not very accurate to the comic or the animated movie, so I think this one is much better. There's also the old Mattel body, which is actually not that bad, but this one is definitely better. You got the texturing on the jacket, which is nice. The pants are not textured. It would have been cool if they were both the same texture, but this is accurate to the comic. In the comic, he did have the texturing on the jacket, but the pants were flat. Of course, he wears women's shoes because he's a freak. He's crazy, so that makes sense. Now he only comes with his knife, which is too rubbery. I mean, I guess it does make sense. He's a clown. He's a Joker. You know, he's got fake knives. He's got props. Like I could see him actually using a fake knife. So it's not that big of a deal, but I'll give him other weapons anyways. Next figure, Superman. The Superman is actually really good. The only thing is the belt loops were not painted, so I'm in the middle of painting them and repainting the belt too. It's not done yet, but I'm in the middle of doing that. I took off the plastic cape, replaced it with a cloth wired cape from GPS Lot. This is a custom head that I got from Action Figure Customs from eBay. He's a seller from Canada. He makes these 3D prints, and then I painted it. And I think I did a pretty good job. I think his eyes are a little bit misaligned, but it doesn't look too bad. And then I sealed the hair with a glossy coat, and he's got the nice big curl here in the front, which is nice. One thing that is very unfortunate is that he is missing a chunk from the back of his head. So this must have been from one of the times that he fell off my shelf, which I'm surprised he didn't break the big curl in the front, but he broke the back of his head. So that is really unfortunate, really frustrating, because I was done with painting the head. It took me a while, and then, you know, it broke. The head that he came with was this one, which I actually don't mind. I don't think it's that bad. So that's not that bad. I can see what they're going for, and I think it does work. Definitely for an action. He's doing an action pose. He's fighting Batman, and he's kind of looking off to the side. He's looking at Batman from the side. I think that works. So that's not that bad. But the reason I prefer this one is because of that big curl. I always like that about this version of Superman, the Dark Knight Returns Superman. Got the big curl. And the last figure, of course, Batman. Right now he has the old Dark Knight Returns Mattel head on there. So it's not the original stock head that he came with. This one, which is not, it's not that bad. It's just kind of small, in my opinion. Superman has a way bigger head. I feel like in the comics and in the animated movie, in terms of size, they were both about the same. Yeah, I think this one's better. I might repaint it again, I'm not sure yet. Also, removed the plastic cape, replaced it with this fabric one from GPS Lot, again on eBay. Then there's also the Build-A-Figure horse, which is pretty cool. It does have a good, you know, comic book style to it. You can sit on it, but I actually don't really care for the horse. I mean, I like having a horse action figure. I have another one, the Mcfarlane's Roach from The Witcher, which has more realistic proportions, but is still not sized correctly for other 1/12 figures. Both these horses are for 7-inch scale figures. Not the most versatile horse for your collection. And I'll probably be selling these because I won't need them anymore, because I recently got the Figma horse, which scales a lot better with most of my figures. And I don't really care for using the horse with Batman. I'm not like a big fan of that scene. I don't want to recreate that scene where he was on the horse, Batman vs Superman. That was the biggest thing for me. And so on my shelf, they're going to be fighting. So here it is next to the Figma horse, which is considerably smaller. So, but if you get a 7-inch figure, like that's, like, I don't think Batman's that tall next to a horse. It doesn't look right. Most figures in my collection are 6-inch and around there, so definitely the Figma horse. I'll get a lot more use out of the Figma horse than these horses, although I do like the Roach horse better than the Dark Knight Returns horse. And then here is a regular 6-inch figure. Again, scales way better with the Figma horse. Here he is next to Batman. So I think definitely the Figma horse is the way to go. Unless you really like the scene with Batman on the horse, then I would say go for it. Get the horse and get Batman on it. Display it like that. Then here is another detective type hero. This is the Felix Toys Rorschach. And I guess that scale is pretty good. Rorschach is not supposed to be like a tall person, so I don't think the scaling is too bad there. You could have some cool pictures with that. Here's a PW Toys Leon, one of the best figures in my collection. One of my favorite figures in the collection. So that's how he scales. Here's my custom Marvel Legends Tony Stark, another rich billionaire. And lastly, here is my custom Marvel Legends Punisher. It would be kind of cool to get like a Punisher that's this big. Well, it's actually kind of cool. Alright, well that's all I had planned for this video. Let me know if you guys think my customs are better than the original stock figures. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what you think about the Dark Knight Returns. And that's all I got to say in this video. See you guys in the next one.